The morning sun rolls over the red rooftops of Ibadan. The cocks crowed loudly as Mama Shade stirred a pot of pap in their small kitchen. Her eyes were tired, but her heart was more tired. Her daughter, Shade, had not slept at home the night before. Mama Shade wiped her hands on her wrapper and looked at the door, hoping to hear Shade's footsteps, but it was silence. Only the noise of traders and buses echoed from the street outside. She sat down and held her head. I told her, I warned her, but she would not listen. Shade was 17, beautiful, bold, and full of dreams. But she had changed since she met Cynthia, the city girl who had come from Lagos to stay with her aunt 2 streets away. Shade no longer listened. Cynthia had everything: makeup, phone, money, clothes. And she told Shade there was a faster way to enjoy life. That faster way led Shade into night, parties, loud music, older men with shiny cars. She told her mother it was just for fun. But Mama Shade saw the danger. She saw the way Shade's eyes sparkled when she mentioned Cynthia. She saw the way her daughter now hid her phone, painted her face, and returned home smelling of strange perfume. One day, Mama Shade sat her down. Shade, listen to me. This road you are taking is dangerous. I've lived longer. I've seen things. Please, my daughter, don't follow Cynthia everywhere. Stay close to home. Read your books. Keep your dignity. But Shade laughed. Mama, you don't understand this life. Things have changed. Nobody wants to suffer again. I want to live. I want to shine. That night, she didn't come back again. Mama Shade waited all night. She prayed, she cried, she walked the street in the morning asking neighbors, friends, and even Cynthia. But Cynthia said no. I don't know where she is. Maybe she went out with one of her friends. But something was wrong. Mama Shade could feel it. Deep in her bones, a mother knows. She went to the police station. They asked for a photo. She gave them the only picture she had. Shade wearing her school uniform, smiling with innocent eyes. But now, those eyes were hiding secrets. 3 days passed. Then, a phone call came. The voice on the other hand was shaky. Are you the mother of Shade? Mama Shade's heart froze. She dropped the phone before she could answer. Her hands trembled. Her lips whispered, God, please, not my daughter. But the tragedy was only beginning. The police officer told Mama Shade to come quickly. She rushed there with her heart pounding like a drum. Her legs were shaking, but she didn't stop. When she entered the room, her eyes met with a sad-faced female officer who told her to sit. Your daughter has been found, the officer said, but she's in the hospital. She's badly hurt. Mama Shade gasped. Hospital? What happened? She was found by the roadside, near the express, unconscious. Looks like she was thrown out from her car. The word hit Mama Shade like thunder. Her ears burst. Her eyes filled with tears. Thrown? Who would do that to my child? We are still investigating, the officer said, but she's alive for now. Come, let's go to her. They reached the hospital. The smell of medicine filled the air. Nurses moved quickly. Mama Shade followed them through the long corridor until they reached a small room. There, lying on the bed, was Shade. Her face was swollen. Her lips was cut. Her body had bruises. She looked nothing like the lively girl who once danced in the living room and sang along to Yoruba gospel songs. Mama Shade rushed to her side and held her hand. It was cold. Shade, my baby, I warned you. I begged you. Look at you now. Oh God, have mercy. Shade opened her eyes slowly, her lips moved. Mama, I'm sorry. I should have listened. I didn't know. I thought I was smart. Mama Shade kissed her forehead. Don't talk. Just rest. You will be fine. But deep in her heart, she wasn't sure. The doctor walked in. She's lucky to be alive. She has internal injuries. We will keep her here and monitor her. She needs rest and prayers. As Mama Shade sat by her daughter, her heart ached with so many questions. Who did this to Shade? Where was Cynthia? Was she also part of this? She looked at her daughter and whispered, "This is not the end. I will find out what happened. I will get to the bottom of this." Outside the hospital, a dark car drove past. Inside, a man in dark glasses made a call. She survived. We must finish what we started. The danger was not over, and the rainstorm had just begun. The hospital room was quiet except for the beeping machine beside Shade's bed. Mama Shade didn't sleep. She watched her daughter's chest rise and fall, praying silently with every breath. Nurses came and went, but her eyes never left Shade's face. Just after midnight, the door creaked open. A nurse stepped in with a tray, but something felt wrong. She wasn't wearing a name tag. "Who are you?" Mama Shade asked. The nurse smiled weakly, just here to give her medicine. But the voice didn't sound like the other nurses. It was deep, unfamiliar. "Wait," Mama Shade said, standing up. "Let me call the doctor." The nurse turned quickly and rushed out. Something fell from her pocket. An injection. A sharp one. Mama Shade shouted, "Help! Help! Somebody help!" The real nurses came running. They checked the hallway, but the fake nurse had vanished. The security guard said he saw someone in uniform walking out calmly, but didn't stop there. "It's not safe here," Mama Shade said to the doctor. "Whoever did this to my daughter is still watching. They want to silence her." The doctor nodded. "We will move her to a private ward and get police protection." That night, Mama Shade stayed awake. She wrote down everything Shade had said and everything she suspected. The police were now involved, but the answers were still far. The next day, Shade whispered her name, Danjuma. It was the one who picked me and Cynthia. He said we were going to a party. "Who is Danjuma? Where does he live?" Mama Shade asked softly. Shade shook her head. "I don't know. But he had a tattoo, a snake on his neck, and he drives a red car." Mama Shade wrote it down. She gave it to the police. Meanwhile, Cynthia had disappeared. No one had seen her for days. Her auntie said she packed her bags one night and vanished, just like that. And then another phone call came. "You are making too much noise. Stay out of this or you will bury your daughter." Mama Shade's hand shook as she dropped the phone, but her eyes were no longer full of fear. They were full of fire. "They want a fight. They just found one. I will protect my child, even if it costs me everything." Outside, the sky darkened. The battle had begun. Mama Shade packed a small bag and left the hospital quietly. She told one of the nurses to watch over Shade and alert her immediately if anything changed. Then, she made her way through the busy streets of Ibadan with determined steps. She was going to search for Cynthia's hand. When she arrived at the small house on Itesiwaju Street, she knocked hard on the gate. A tired-looking woman opened it. Her eyes widened as she saw Mama Shade. "Ha, madam, what happened? Is something wrong?" "Where is Cynthia?" Mama Shade asked firmly. The woman shook her head. She left days ago, packed everything, didn't say a word. I thought she told you. She told me nothing. My daughter is in the hospital because of her, and some man called Danjuma. Do you know him? The woman's face changed. She looked scared. Danjuma? I've heard that name. Cynthia used to talk to him on the phone. He once came here to pick her. He looks rough. Tattoo on his neck. Always in that red car. Do you know where he stays? She shook her head again. No. But Cynthia once said something about a house near the old cocoa factory, an abandoned place. Mama Shade thanked her and left. She didn't go to the police. Not yet. She wanted to see it with her own eyes. She arrived at the cocoa factory around dusk. It was quiet. The wind blew softly, and the building looked dark and forgotten. She walked around slowly, then saw it. A small bungalow behind the factory. Red car parked in front. She ducked behind a wall and watched. Two men stepped out. One had a snake tattoo on his neck. A braid caught in her throat. It was Danjuma. She didn't have a weapon, but she had something stronger. Truth and a mother's fire. She took out her phone and quietly recorded the man as they spoke. She's still alive, Danjuma was saying. If she talks, we are finished. That girl saw too much. Then we go back, finish it tonight. Mama Shade stopped the recording and ran, straight to the police. This time, she had proof, and the war for her daughter's life was about to explode. The police acted fast. They followed Mama Shade's videos to the house behind the old cocoa factory. That same night, plainclothes officers surrounded the place, guns ready, eyes sharp, hearts pounding. Inside the small bungalow, Danjuma and his men were drinking and laughing, unaware that danger was crawling close. Then, bang! The door flew open. Police! Nobody moved. The men jumped up in shock. One tried to run, but a bullet hit the wall beside him. He dropped to the ground. Hands up! Danjuma reached for something under the table. A gun, but an officer kicked it away before he could touch it. Handcuffs clicked. Danjuma was caught. Who are you people? He shouted. Do you know who I am? But the officers didn't answer. One of them just showed him Mama Shade's video. You have finished, the officer said. At the police station, Danjuma was forced to talk. At first, it was quiet, but after hours of question and threats, he spoke. He told them everything. How he picked up Shade and Cynthia that night. How he had promised them a fun party. How they drove to a house where other men were waiting. And how things turned bad. Cynthia had left with one of the men, but Shade refused. She wanted to go home. She fought. She screamed. So they beat her. Then they threw her out of the car, thinking she was dead. But I didn't kill her, Danjuma said. I swear. Where is Cynthia? The officer asked. Danjuma shook his head. She was taken away by someone more powerful. I don't know where. That name brought silence. Who was this more powerful person? Mama Shade listened from the corner of the room. Her hands folded tightly. Her eyes burned. Her heart was heavy and more powerful. That meant this was not over. Who is the more powerful man behind Danjuma? Is Cynthia a victim too, or part of the ring? Will Shade fully recover? Will Mama Shade evidence be enough to break the syndicate? Will they come after Mama Shade again? If you enjoyed this chapter, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on part 2. It's coming soon and it's going to be even more exciting. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time to follow the story. Your support means the world to me. Stay tuned and thank you again for being part of this journey. See you in the next episode. Bye.